marching. As a heads up, you see the little booklets, the march routes inside. Just giving you a heads up of where we're going and why we're going there today. So, if you folks want to start for the next on down.
Who you are? Oh, yeah. See ya.
Oh, we're okay. Join them.
I'm Margo.
No,
I'm with the Portland Coalition Against Poverty. We're a group that works on eradicating poverty. We work by building community power towards dismantling the institutions that create that inequality and oppression. I'm just calling everybody out here. How's it going? Let's do that one more time. I say like on 3, 2, 1, we make as much noise as we possibly can. So 3, 2, 1. First up, I want to thank everyone for coming out. Thanks for supporting it. Why we're out here today is that we're out here because we really want to hold the Portland Police, Clean and Safe, and Securitas accountable to what they've been doing recently and kind of the brutality that they've been imposing on the Houses community. Here at the Portland Coalition Against Poverty, we define power as the ability to enact change. So what we mean when we say we're building community empowerment is that we're trying to allow or build community empowerment. We're trying to build a community's ability to enact change. So when we say that, we're saying we want power, the ability to enact change. For a community, we want it for the poor community, we want it for the Houses community, we want it for the working class community. We want to really build that ability to enact change as a community and as individuals within a community. So things like the way we do this is that we really want to focus on 3 things when we go out and do it. We want to educate, we want to organize, and we really want to struggle. And for us, education's a lot about knowing our rights as people, especially in the cases of police brutality, of the cases of police abuse in general. Knowing our human rights is really important to us. For us, organizing, building strength as members of the community together, whether that's in organizations, within groups, whatever, building that power, building change. So, and struggle. Struggle is things like this, things like pickets, things like rent strikes. It's really taking that education and that organization to the next level and being able to really start having campaigns and start achieving goals. So, once again, thank you for all coming out. We've got 3 march locations, the march route. We've got 3 different places we want to go. And we're going to do probably a quick, well, semi-quick, probably period of time demonstration outside of the Portland Police Bureau, do a picket outside of them to really keep them accountable to what they've been doing. What have they been doing? In the last 2 weeks, they've been sweeping anywhere from about 100 to 120 folks. We've been documenting, doing outreach with a lot of people who have been doing it, and we've had cases where people have been woken up by getting kicked in the head by Clean and Safe. We've had people come up to us with scratches all over their faces, and we're asking, what happened? And they said, we got swept that night. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous for this to happen. Poor folks, houseless folks, working class people should not be punished and abused because of their economic situation. That is absolutely ludicrous. So,
yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. So we say, all power to the poor communities, all power to the working class communities, and all power to the houseless communities, and all power to the people. So that's why we're out here. Yeah. I'm going to be real quick, almost done. The way we're going to march is that we are going to be marching on the sidewalks, permitted by the First Amendment. So we'll be doing that to our first location, which is, I believe, on Second Davis. So, hopefully we'll get behind one of these banners and start walking on down. So, maybe do a quick loop of the park and then just go on out. Does that sound good?
Let's go.
All right. All right. Woo! Woo!
Put it on my back. Katie, you want your... Hey, Chris.
Hey, yeah, man.
Good.
You might actually know I'm going to get caught.
Market tragedy happened in the bombs were going to the police supposedly.
Hey, another day in the sun. Where are you going?
Potter.
Hands off the board! 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 Hands police arrest! Hands off the board! Police arrest! Hands off the board! Hands off the board! Hands off the board!
going on, brother?
Stop the sweeps! 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 Stop the sweeps!
Back up, just in
Stop
case.
the sweeps!
stuff.
Stop the sweeps! Stop the sweeps! Stop the sweeps! Stop the sweeps!
Hi.
We'll all stop whatever happens.
Stop the sweeps! 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 Stop the sweeps!
South parking lot.
Stop the sweeps! 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 Stop the sweeps!
Leave it west of the actual people. What's the deal? Why does this section right here not out?
Hands on the poor! And please arrest me!
Watch the squad.
Ain't no power like the power of the people. Power of the people won't stop.
Ain't no power like God, people don't stop, people don't stop. Ain't no power like God, people don't stop, people don't stop.
Fuck you! Nazis fighting outside Central Squad City!
is Clean and Safe and Portland Patrol. Now, Portland Patrol and Clean and Safe, they have a lot in common. One of them is that Portland Patrol and Clean and Safe, they've got a lot in common. One of them is that use your hands. Okay. Thank you. Alright. Portland Patrol, Clean and Safe, they have a lot in common. One of them is that they're private, let me repeat, private security firms contracted out by the Portland Business Alliance. So, they're all located in the same building. This one, right here, and actually that one right there as well. Yes. So, and secondly, both have in common, it is that, what is it? Oh, both operate to maintain order, cleanliness, and to enhance security of the downtown business area. However, both also get to carry guns. Yes, guns. And also...
We understand what you're actually saying. It's very which? Gus?
Guns!
Gus?
Guns. G-U-N-S.
They get to carry guns.
Yeah, bullets.
Portland Patrol,
Carry guns.
Portland Business Alliance.
Who gives them permission to carry them?
Yet, there isn't much oversight to any of their actions. For example, with Portland Patrol, if you want to lodge a complaint about any of the PP officers, the only person you can go to is Portland Patrol's chief executive and owner, John Wren. Do you guys want to repeat that name back to me? John Wren. Yes, John Wren. His last name is spelled H-R-E-N. So, Wren. H-R-E-N. So, it's no wonder that it is these systems that perpetuate oppression of the disempowered. Which is why I say to you, all power to the poor. And I'd like to remind you guys that this demonstration was started as partly in response to the sweeps that occurred on Wednesday, June 25th, under the Hawthorne and Morrison bridges. And these sweeps, they're conducted by Clean and Safe, which is located right across the street right now. These sweeps were they're violent and they're illegal. Which makes me ask, as well of you, why does our authority have to do this? And does it have to do this? And furthermore, why is it the police, the municipal body of the city, why does it have to give out these jobs that are quote unquote safe and clean to private security firms? If they're doing good for the community, then why do they have to pass the torch on to a bunch of greedy amateurs? We are organizing to stop this oppression and to question whether law and order equals justice. All power to the
dumpsters and box cutters. And the police gave everyone 2 minutes to pick up everything they could hold in their hands with a stopwatch. And at the end of that 2 minutes, whatever wasn't in anybody's hands, those guys over there took box cutters to them and cut their houses apart and put them in dumpsters. Over $1,000 worth of people's gears was thrown away
because Clean and Safe thought that homeless people dirtied up the Blues Festival. Thank you, Blues Festival, for kicking us out of our homes for the Oregon Food Bank. Let's go have a word with the cops. And police harassment. Hands off the poor. And police harassment. Hands off the poor. And police harassment. Hands off the poor. Hands off the poor. And police harassment. 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 Hands off the poor.
We're marching this way. So the street is... Let's stay with the people.
Anybody know why they're stopping him?
Wow, it's really police harassment.
Because they have nothing better to do. To harass the homeless.
No, please, come on. Don't do that to me.
You gotta relax. It's a beautiful day, you know?
Yeah, for you.
Don't do that, please.
Wait, Richard.
He was holding up traffic, that's why we're talking.
We have free bread. You guys are a problem.
No, they regularly enforce jaywalking. Pretty slow.
Now they may block the street for an hour to write a jaywalking ticket, but
Hands off the poor! Hands off the poor! And police harassment! Hands off the poor! And police harassment! Hands off the poor! And police harassment! Hands off the poor!
Look like they
And police harassment! Hands off the poor! 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 And police harassment!
yeah.
Hands off the poor! And police harassment! 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 Hands off the poor! And police harassment!
got like 5 IDs in his pocket.
Go with them.
He must have forgotten to give them back to people.
We're going to keep marching to the police station. As a clarifier, when it's a blinky red hand, that's what they'll arrest you for, or taking you for jaywalking. From now on, the banners will stop when it starts going red. I recommend everybody else do too, unless you want another ticket from these gentlemen. Fucking ticket.
Yeah.
It's a heads up.
Keep it rolling.
That'd be terrible if they selectively enforced
No warrants or anything, right?
No, I don't have any warrants.
It's just more harassment.
I only saw, what, 27 people
I continually miss court dates. So.
It's just bullshit. It's just stupid.
Let's go say
Everything was going fine.
It's a waste of resources.
Let's all go say hello.
But it's right in line with what we're protesting about, so
Come on, y'all.
jaywalking or blocking traffic. I think he had his bike out, kind of waiting for.
Well, if he had his bike out, isn't he allowed to be in the street?
No, it's a clean safe
Good, thanks for asking. You have a business card? Can I get your business card? Business card, please. Can I get yours too, officer? Could you two identify yourself, please? Can I get your name and DPSST numbers? See if I get this conversation between Wesley and
No.
filled out on the arrest note that says, stay out of this area, be arrested by $716.91. Stolen by the police. We didn't have a number to follow up. Yeah, and then it was admitted to me that it was thrown away, and I want my house back. I mean, it's no different than if somebody comes up to your house in the middle of the night with a bunch of house jacks and a tractor trailer, jacks it up and drives away, and you're standing in your front yard, slack-jawed, going, what am I supposed to do? I want my house back. You know, I'd be frustrated too, but there's certain things that have to take place. So I guess all I can say is sorry that happened to you. Okay? I still want my house back. I understand. All right. Well, we're gonna march on.
Never took this long.
Good luck to you.
Ticket.
Hey, your business card. I get your stupid.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you know my name, man. You know my name.
Sometimes
The DPSST number, can you please identify yourself? It doesn't have your DPSST number. I'm not here. Officer Gonzalez, get your DPSST number.
You know my number by heart. How many times I gave it to you? I gave it to you like 2 years.
It's not necessarily, it's for the community. We need you to identify
You're going to
yourself.
have it full there.
You're right.
To you, Mike.
I have a copy back at the office. You bet.
I'll give it to
It's
you
for the
30
community here.
times.
Come on, there's a directive. Please do it.
Michael, you're a troublemaker.
I'm not a
You know who we
troublemaker.
are.
I'm here to observe.
We're doing our job.
And with our mere
We're not gonna
conversation,
go
I'm asking you to
outside.
identify
We're enforcing
yourself.
the peace. We're not stopping you guys.
You are stopping.
You're stopping him.
You are stopping
It's a
us.
beautiful day.
What about him?
Your GPSST numbers, officer.
Is it law that you have to give your DPSST
Maybe you could tell me what directive 321.50 is. Something about officers identifying themselves.
Thank you. Yes, sir. It's a directive, right? You have your DPSST number?
Go right ahead. Results.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
And it's a directive, but
You want to follow the plan? Go ahead, follow it.
But see, when we get pulled over, we always give our information. We cooperate. That's how it goes. You ask us, and we.
Cooperated with you. You just been harassing, taking pictures.
Well, no, we're not. We're just.
professional here.
We think he's being harassed actually because he's just
I
jaywalking.
wasn't here.
I know,
wasn't here,
but now
so I
you.
don't know.
But now you are.
People
Is he free to go?
constantly. You guys know they
If I wanted to, I could arrest him right now.
For, for what?
jaywalking.
Jaywalking?
No, disorderly conduct. You're stopping traffic.
No, that guy was stopped before I got out there. I could have been conceived. I'm not going to argue with you, obviously.
Is he free to go?
No, they got my ID. I can't do nothing.
Another thing, you're riding your bike on the
Still
max
checking.
platform. You can't do that either.
You tell the security guards that are always riding their bikes on the sidewalk.
I don't
to
know
leave
the
their
security
downtown
guards.
core.
We don't do it.
I mean, security guards ride on the sidewalk all the time. Sometimes I feel it's the safest place for me to be. But I don't want to argue with them. Just either want to get my ticket or my ID, or I don't see facing arrest for jaywalking or whatever. I get it over with. It's been 12 minutes now. Computers. I see people jaywalking in front of cop cars all downtown.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to roll, but somebody should
I
probably
wasn't
stay.
actually jaywalking. I was trying to maintain a safety for a group of people.
Two of us would stay.
I don't really want
Mike Deal probably stays, so you know what, I'm gonna cruise
You guys
here.
don't want to hear it anyways, right? We're here for everybody, really.
Even,
Bad and the ugly.
even the poor?
We're here for everybody, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It doesn't discriminate.
Okay, that sounds good.
There's that whole profiling thing they're working on.
I mean,
Well, it sounds good. Sure, it's taking a long time though. Whole lot of to do. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 610, 615 on 2nd Street, 2nd and Pine.
To the poor!
All power to the poor! All power to the poor! All power to the poor! All power to the poor! All power to the poor! All power to the poor! All power to the poor! All power to the poor! All power to the poor!
anytime they would like roll through the middle but yeah, the best I wouldn't actually, well.
Hi, Joe.
Oh, you're the one that I'm looking
All right.
Get a ticket out of that?
Not a ticket.
You did get a ticket?
Yeah, Mike D got the ticket.
Mike got
interfering and jaywalk. He got it. I didn't even read it.
Oh.
They didn't give you a ticket? They gave me a ticket. Charged me with 2 things. Jaywalking and interfering. Something like that.
Our street! Our street! Our street! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets! Our streets! Hold up! Our streets! Hold up! Our streets! Hold up! Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets! Whose streets?
Our streets! 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 Our streets!
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets!
This stuff ain't filled out. It's all your fault, Chris.
Keep the streets peaceful. The streets are illegal. Keep the streets peaceful. The streets are illegal. Keep the streets peaceful. The sweeps 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 are illegal. Hey, let's go. Hands up the board!
Goes on through the night even more.
And one guy was kind of, he didn't have his wheelchair, he was getting fixed. He couldn't walk that fast.
Get it rolling.